What are some things you realized too late in life? Don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Don't try to hang on to a toxic friendship just because of your history. That expecting others to act how you would in that situation does not work. I thought people didn't like me because I was nerdy and all. Turns out the problem was that I never gave them a chance because I assumed they wouldn't like me. It's okay to catch yourself in your own BS. That's not you failing, it's you being self-aware, and that will make you a better person. Tying my self-worth to academic success is probably a bad idea. Just because you put effort and energy into a relationship doesn't mean the other person will. Studying and having hobbies is actually productive, not stupid. If something's worth doing, it's worth doing badly. It's really easy to get into the mindset of thinking that things have to be perfect, but that's also the kind of mindset that leaves you meticulously editing the first 5,000 words of that novel you've been working on for half a decade. Sit down and finish the fucking thing, then worry about fixing it up. Perfect is the enemy of good. Don't make other people's lives your standard for living. Love what you have and love the people that support you. I was so afraid of failing that I stopped trying. I know now it's okay to be afraid, but it's no excuse to give up. I'm 28 years old and just finished my first quarter of college with all A's. When I saw my grades, I cried for a long time because I realized the biggest thing holding me back was me. It took time and a lot of therapy for me to get here, but that's okay. Everyone grows at a different pace. Some people are not meant to be in your life forever. I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them. Being assertive and taking care of your own needs doesn't make you an asshole, and people aren't going to hate you for it. You only get one body. Take care of it. Getting married and having kids is not the ultimate life goal. Only do it if you really want to. Otherwise, you'll do it just because it's expected of you and you'll be trapped in a very unhappy life. That my neighbor had dug a tunnel into my shed and stole all of my power tools. Doing well in school doesn't mean you will do well outside of it. Do not spend time arguing with people over things that won't matter in 3 hours, let alone 3 years. And don't take advantage of the people who genuinely care about your well-being and how you feel. Nobody has all the answers. Everyone is just trying to make sense of things the best they can. I really should have found the courage to date in high school. It would undoubtedly have been an absolute shit show of a disaster, but the experience would have been worth it. Don't let anxiety rule your life. All those people looking at you at a dance, the gym, the beach, work, school. It just doesn't matter. Half the people won't remember you in 5 minutes. Very few are actually judging you, and even if they are, fuck them. Do what makes you happy and helps you and leave regrets behind you. You are your own best friend. You are the love of your life. If you are happy with yourself, you win. And if you're not happy, find help to fix it. After working for 2 years, it no longer matters where you graduated college from. Work experience becomes everything at that point. Your stomach isn't supposed to hurt all the time. I was knee-deep in denial for a while when I first started developing symptoms of Crohn's disease. Side note: if you are in your late teens or early 20s and are having persistent stomach gut pain, go to the doctor as soon as you possibly can. It could save you a lot of pain and surgery down the line. I'm only 19, so it's not really too late, but I learned recently that I don't need a relationship to be happy. Being a lawyer is a horrible job. Thousands of dollar in uni fees and years of university just to sit behind a desk all day and try to fix everyone's fuck-ups. I studied law in my late 20s because I thought I was wasting my life by doing something I loved but wasn't as lucrative as law. Now I make the big bucks but hate myself for it. If you have a supportive family, don't underappreciate them. They will have your back no matter what. That I'm just fine as I am. No need to ever pretend to be someone else. That if someone doesn't like me, it doesn't matter. The chances of you growing up to be something big is very unlikely. And if you do accomplish something huge, it's even more unlikely that you'll keep that success for too long. Be grateful for being average because it's very hard to do the basic things it takes to maintain a stable lifestyle that's nowhere near the American dream. That my wife was a cold-hearted, manipulative bitch. Never masturbate after chopping jalapenos. Compound interest. That very few people actually wake up in the morning thinking, hey, I'm going to be an asshole and make someone else's life hell today. Most of us think our behavior is justified. To live in the present moment and stop over-planning the future. There's only so much I can control in my life and the rest I just have to let go and let it be. There's no point stressing out about the future and things I can't control. Unexpected things happen in life and we never really know how we end up. I just gotta make the most of what's going on in my life now and be more present with people around me. How to make money working for you and not the other way around. Don't assume people won't do to you that you won't do to them. It's never too early to start saving for retirement. The perfect career rarely falls into your lap, you gotta go out and get it. Just show up and act like you belong and you will. People form initial judgments within 8 seconds of shaking your hand. No one cares how much money you make, you care less what people think of you as you get older. It is impossible to please everyone. Being jealous or resentful of other people's success is a negative weight on your back that serves no purpose. There's room for others to succeed as well as yourself. Work hard, be happy for others, and patiently wait for your turn to come up. Nobody of any value gives a fuck what you do or what you look like. This is the only life we get and we should make the most of it. How little responsibility you really have prior to being 18 years old. I took a lot of my life prior to this age for granted. I was very anti-establishment. I hated school. I played sports, but I wasn't that competitive. I didn't have motivation because I thought the system was unfair. It took me until I was 19 to realize my view of the world was wrong, and I lost a lot of appreciation for my opportunities when I was younger. I'm 23 now, became a great student in college. I might be working for NASA in 2 months, fingers crossed, in conjunction with my college. So I've definitely learned from my mistakes, but my younger years were vastly underutilized and underappreciated. Was so sheltered growing up that it took until 10th grade for me to realize how fucking stupid I was until that point. Everything started to make sense to me, why I was talked down too often, why I felt like I had to prove myself at everything, and why I made no friends. Being annoying will not make people like you even if you own it. I still look back and think if I was someone else I would have knocked myself out way before it would have been a problem, so maybe I would have gotten the message. I think the fact I was sheltered and my parents were so overprotective is what started the fuel for my self-hatred and why I have a disconnect with the rest of my family and my friends. Never be overprotective despite how much you love your children. If you really love them, you will let them make bad decisions and hurt themselves early on because that's how you learn, and they won't ever learn with you hovering over them until they are 14. Edit. Sorry for the rant.